Welcome to show 20 of the Cloth Diaper podcast. Today's guest is Bailey from Wink Diapers. This is a weekly show dedicated to everything cloth diaper. We talk to parents, brands, retailers from around the world about cloth diapering. My name is Bailey. I'm the host of the Cloth Diaper podcast, and I am so excited to be bringing you my first show of 2019. This is a episode that I recorded with Bailey from Wink Diapers way back in November. And the audio, I hope it works because I accidentally deleted it and then had to do some massive recovery process to find it. But we are here, we are live, and I'm excited to have you join. This show took so long to air because we were waiting for Bailey to receive her next shipment of diapers, and she'll explain more about that in the show. If you want to try Wink Diapers, you can use code SimplyMomBailey20 to receive 20% off your next Wink Diaper purchase. Oh man, my speech today. I will add that in the show notes for this show, which you can always find at www.clothdiaperpodcast.com. I hope you enjoy.
My name is Bailey Duke. I've been cloth diapering since my oldest. She's 7 years old, so I've been cloth diapering that long since she was born. I started my cloth diapering journey primarily to save money, which I think is a big reason for a lot of people, along with using more eco-friendly products is probably the second most important reason, but it was money for us. So I was looking for ways to save. Diapering was a huge expense for us, and then I continued that on with my other two children. I have 3 children, and they're all potty trained now, but they all primarily cloth diapered. And as I started doing it and realizing that there were so many different kinds and so many different features and all of these different things that were sometimes hard to find or hard to tell what you were getting before you bought things, especially online, and doing more research into that and looking for the features that I really wanted. 2 things that were primarily very important to me. One was a double gusset on the leg, because that made a huge difference in leak detection.
Oh yeah, it does.
Was organic fiber inside the diaper, because most mainstream brands use a stay dry fabric, which is not a natural fiber. It's a synthetic fiber.
So you started Wink Diapers because that was missing in the industry at the time?
I did order some diapers off of Etsy, and I found some handmade stuff. And there were a couple of mainstream brands that I found that had the gusset, but one of them went out of business right after I started using it. And it was difficult to find the features that I wanted. And that was my primary reason. I was already doing it, and I was looking at trying to find wholesale diapers anyway. And I thought, well, maybe I could customize this and design my own. And it went from there.
What products is Wink Diapers currently manufacturing?
All of our diapers are available in a 1 size. And then some are also available in like a smaller, preemie newborn. It's similar to a 1 size style where there's a rise snap that changes the size. Right now, I have hybrid diaper covers. I have all-in-ones, pocket, swim diapers, and training pants. And only the covers and the all-in-ones are available in the smaller preemie newborn size. Everything is available in the 1 size.
What's your favorite product?
The covers. That's what I always used, was hybrid covers, because they're so versatile and you can use them with just about anything. I use them with insert, and they were so easy. They were cheap because I could buy extra insert. And if it was just like a little pee, then I could change the insert and not have to change the cover. And it cut down on my washing a lot, and it cut down on the cost. So I primarily use hybrid covers when I cloth diapered.
Covers are definitely one of my favorite. And I think people get scared of them, but they're not really that scary.
Yeah, definitely. Especially when people are first starting out and they're just not really knowledgeable about the different kinds. It can be scary, and they go with all-in-one because they think it'll be the most similar to a disposable, but actually I think the covers are easier. All-in-ones can take a little longer to dry, and sometimes they're a little harder to spray out, stuff like that. But as I've gotten more into the designing element of my diapers, I do really, really like my all-in-ones. They have a layered fabric that comes loose in the wash, which makes them dry a lot faster.
Oh.
And that organic bamboo fabric that I use is super, super soft.
I'll have to check that out. And I will include links, guys, to all these products that Bailey's talking about in the show notes. I was reading on your website that you choose to make your diapers out of TPU instead of PUL. Can you explain to us why you do that and why that might be important to consumers? And what's the benefit of a TPU versus a PUL diaper?
Yeah, so TPU is a heat bonded fabric versus a chemical bonded fabric. All laminate fabric have a layer of what you typically think of a woven fabric element, and then it also has a layer of waterproofing. And that layer of waterproofing is on the inside, and that has to be bonded to the layer of textile. So with TPU and the heat bonding, it's actually a more environmentally friendly process because it produces less waste and chemical, offset.
Oh, interesting.
The other thing about TPU is primarily things that are used in hospitals that are laminate are made out of TPU, and they can be autoclaved at a super high temperature, which makes them less likely to delaminate because they take a larger range of temperatures than the PUL can. So my diapers are entirely safe to put in the dryer on the highest heat setting, and they'll do just fine.
Awesome. And I understand that Wink Diapers are all manufactured in Greensboro, North Carolina?
No, actually they're not. We do use overseas manufacturing for some of our products, and some of them I make myself in Greensboro. But primarily we do source our products from overseas.
Gotcha. So then I misunderstood that line on the internet.
It's really difficult. When I was starting out, I did look for U.S. manufacturing, and textile manufacturing is extremely hard to find in the U.S., especially at reasonable pricing. And all of the established diaper companies that are using U.S. manufacturing have set it up themselves, so they don't take any outside orders. For me to set up my own facility, I'm just not a large enough company to be able to afford to do that. And to hire people to make it by hand without the industrial equipment is so expensive that there's no way that I could keep my pricing competitive if I U.S. manufacturing. So I've chosen to do that. All my facilities are inspected. They all have certifications for there's also a fair trade certification I look for when choosing my manufacturers, which includes things like environment, working conditions, limited hours, stuff like that. So everything is done in ethical facilities.
Gotcha. How was that process? Find a facility. Did you find that easy, overwhelming?
Everything has, difficult elements, but if you go through the right channels, if you contact the organizations that do the certifications, they can provide you with lists. And so there it's just a matter of contacting each one and seeing who you could work with the best. So it's not that difficult of a process to know which organizations you're looking for to begin with.
Gotcha. So in the cloth diaper communities online, not everybody, a few people were making accusations that Wink Diapers are just rebranded Alva cloth diapers. Can you speak to the accusation?
Yes, I have seen that come up. And I think the reason is because some of my prints are the same as the ones that Alva uses. And the reason for that is because I don't manufacture any of my fabric. And so typically TPU and pull is purchased in bulk from all cloth diaper manufacturers. And what's readily available sometimes has, common prints that cross over between brands. I do design my diapers myself. They have elements in the design that aren't available through brands like Alva, like the double gusset and the organic inside fabrics and all that sort of stuff. So they are very different than the Alva design, but some of the fabric, the exterior fabrics are the same, which when that's what primarily catches people's attention when they're looking at diapers, I think, and they say, oh, I've seen this print before, so it must be from the same company. But they're not licensed prints. They're like if you went to Joann Fabric and you bought a fabric and you made a dress out of it, someone else might do the same thing. But, obviously they were made by two different people.
Yeah, that really helps clear it up. Thanks. I was curious. I know, and nobody really posts a direct response from you about what that answer is. They just continue to let the rumor mill fly, which isn't necessarily best, eh?
Yeah, I'm not as active as I used to be in cloth diapering groups anymore, just because I'm not cloth diapering myself. Yeah. So when those things come up, and I am my entire business, I don't have any employees. So if I don't spot it myself, then yeah, there's not, or if someone doesn't point it out to me.
It's a big world out there. I get that you can't be in all the places all at once. What makes your diaper special and stash worthy?
I really pride myself on using organic and natural fiber fabric. Mm-hmm. I offer all of the interior fabrics of my diapers, my pockets and my all-in-ones are made with organic bamboo. Mm-hmm. And I also offer bamboo inserts for my covers and also hemp inserts for my covers. And I think that there's a huge benefit in using organic, natural fiber fabrics, not only because they're better for the environment, but also because things like microfiber, synthetic fabric, hold in smells a lot more. They're more difficult to clean. They're not as soft. A lot of babies have sensitivities to synthetic fibers. So using a natural fiber fabric has lots of benefits. And that gusset makes a huge difference with leak protection, especially in the newborn stage when you have that, runny newborn diapers. Yeah. It makes a big difference. There's an elastic across the back that's added into my diapers, which can help with those like up the back blowout. And there's also that double layer. And to explain that a little further, where the elastic falls on the legs, there's another piece of fabric that's added with another layer of elastic. So there's essentially two pieces of elastic that sit against the leg. So there's a little bit of a channel that runs in there.
Gotcha.
That have an extra layer of protection against leaks.
I know that double gussets are pretty popular, so that's a really good answer. People love a good double gusset diaper. You're 7 years out of cloth diapering, or you're done cloth diapering. So why do you continue Wink Diapers? What passions and fuels your passion every day?
I began for financial reasons, but I am also very eco-conscious. Mm-hmm. And we do a lot of things to try and reduce our waste. We compost, we use cloth instead of paper in our kitchen and stuff like that. And I have partnered with some organizations like the Rebecca Foundation and done some community education, cloth diapering classes. I really enjoy the community element and I enjoy the education element. And also now that I've established myself in business, it's still continuing to grow. And I'm really proud of the fact that I've been able to continue cloth diaper education and get it out there and make it more accessible.
Yeah, that's pretty awesome. What are your goals and dreams for Wink Diapers? What can we expect from you over the next year or the next 5 years?
I'm not exactly sure. I do hope to continue to grow. We're growing a little bit each year and we're continuing to offer new channels. We just added Amazon this year.
Oh, cool.
We've been Doolily for about 2 or 3 years. And I want to become as accessible as possible. I think that with people that are transitioning from cloth to disposable, making it as accessible and as easy as possible, the transition is really important. Increase that accessibility and possibly some new products, but always new and cuter prints.
That's the thing, hey? New cute prints. Everybody loves new cute prints. And accessibility is huge. Like, I think a lot of people are overwhelmed about where to find things. And what's been your biggest challenge over the last couple of years about owning and operating your cloth Wink Diapers?
My biggest challenge has been, honestly, keeping up with demand. I know that...
Hey, that's a good challenge.
Yeah, sounds a little braggy, but I have these periods where I place really large orders with my manufacturers, and it takes them a long time to use the diapers.
Mhm.
So have periods of time that I go out of stock. I'm actually really, really low on stock right now. That timing and being able to keep things in stock consistently has definitely been a challenge.
I think that's the challenge that we see with a lot of brands. Where can people find Wink Diapers? Where can you connect with you on the web?
So you can always purchase them at winkdiapers.com. We're also available on Amazon and Zulily sporadically, but Zulily doesn't release their sale information ahead of time. So,
Yeah.
but you can follow the brand on Zulily to get notifications when it's coming.
Cool.
And then whenever we do new prints or new restocks, we announce everything primarily on Facebook. So facebook.com/diapers. And then in that page, there's also a link to a private group for buy, sell, trade, and chat. And sometimes I do special offers just for that group as well.
Awesome. That's really helpful. And my question that I always ask my guests is, what's your best piece of advice for any of the moms listening today?
My advice for people getting started with cloth diapering is try to put your hands on the diapers before you decide what you want. Instead of deciding, oh, I read something online, this is what I want, buy a full stash, spend hundreds of dollars, and then decide, oh, wait, actually, I don't like this. Try and get a bunch of different kinds, try them out. If you have friends that cloth diaper, look at them, take a class, have someone explain the different types to you, because once you're in it, it seems totally different than before you start and all the information is like bombarding you. And being able to have them in your hands and see what they're actually like and the different functionalities makes a huge difference.
It does. And I love hearing that from brands all the time. It is such a great piece of advice. Thank you so much for joining me today, Bailey, and we look forward to your stock. That is my super short and sweet interview with Bailey, the owner and founder at Wink Diapers. Bailey is based on the East Coast, Greenville, North Carolina, and Wink Diapers is available at winkdiapers.com, as she mentioned. You can also use the promo code SimplyMomBailey20 to save 20% off your purchase. I also do get affiliate sales from those, just as a full disclosure moment. Thanks for catching the show. If you want to see and read more great content, you can find the Cloth Diaper Podcast on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, Pinterest, basically anywhere but Twitter, and as well www.clothdiaperpodcast.com. We have a ton of great shows coming out this January. I've got some great interview guests from big cloth diaper brands to cloth diaper bloggers to even tiny little stores on the coast of the Michigan coast. If there's a topic you want me to talk about, send me a message. I would love to hear it. And if you would like to be on the Cloth Diaper Podcast, I think I will be scheduling interviews for February, March. So if there's something you're passionate about, something we haven't talked about, something that you want to shout from the rooftops, send me an email. Let's make it happen. Bailey at clothdiaperpodcast.com. Thanks so much for listening. Don't forget to subscribe on wherever you're catching your podcast show. And if you really love me, you could add a comment maybe. See you until next time. Bye.